Kate Pankoke is the 23-year-old designer and entrepreneur behind the Chicago-based bridal line Alea Vaughn. Now she's the youngest and only Chicago-based contestant on season 11 of Project Runway. Kate, I've known you since you were just starting your business in Chicago, and that was just over a year ago. What is it about your designs and your style that you think made you stand out to get on this show?
I just have a very unique take, especially for somebody my age. My design aesthetic is artful femininity. It's, it's a little bit funky, it's a little bit out there, but it's always about the feminine figure. So I think that the simplicity of my designs, but then the amount of detail that went into construction, I really feel that the judges were able to pick up on that.
Now, I know that at this point, before the premiere airs, you're not allowed to say too much about what happens on the show.
Yeah, that's right.
But we do see in the previews that you have the opportunity to go to Paris, that you work in teams with another designer, which is new for the show. What parts of this experience that you can talk about were the most life-changing for you?
I mean, the whole thing is life-changing. I tried out thinking it's a regular season. We get there, and here comes Heidi, and she's like, by the way, it's teams. And I'm not a team player. I am a loner, I'm a control freak. I like people working for me, but I don't like working with other people, especially when it would mean like having to compromise my vision. This show is all about showcasing who you are as a designer. And to have to kind of share that spotlight, there's a lot of drama, needless to say.
And throughout this whole process, it seems that you did need to be very conscious and business-minded of how you were portraying yourself, how you were marketing your brand. What decisions went into the way you marketed it to get on in your audition tape?
So it was a really hard thing to balance, but I'm a bridal designer. So I can't look like this cutthroat person, I just have to be feminine and girly and nice to everybody, which I really try to portray. However, this is still a competition, and in order to stay there and keep representing my brand, I have to do things that I know are going to assure my place in the competition.
Now, a lot of young designers might choose to start their line in New York or somewhere that has a little bit more of a base for young designers.
Yes.
What has it been like working here in Chicago for this first year and a half of your business? And how do you expect that the show might change that here?
It would have been much harder to get involved in the fashion scene in New York, especially at my young age. I feel like it's kind of an old boys club there, and in Chicago, everyone was so welcoming. When they hear there's a new designer in town, I was getting calls the first week we moved here saying like, oh, I heard you're the new designer in town. I'm like, oh, okay, I don't know who told you, but thanks for calling, So just people have been so friendly, and it's really helped, and I believe it's, partially responsible. Chicago is responsible for the success of my company so far.
How much do you hope or expect that this will affect your business?
I think that this is the ultimate marketing, and it's every designer's dream to be televised. Like, not only is the exposure going to be great for the brand, but just my experience. I have so much more confidence in myself, Once you find out you can make something in like less than 24 hours, you start to think, what else could I do? Until I started my own company, I never believed that networking was key. I really feel that these connections that I've built, even with my fellow designers, on the show, I'm definitely going to keep those connections because I know that they can help me in the future.
You focused on bridal so far, but in some of the previews we see you showing your ready-to-wear. What's the bigger plan here? Are you going to continue with bridal, or might we see Alea Vaughn branch out into ready-to-wear as well?
The goal for Alea Vaughn is strictly bridal for right now. So, it takes up, all of my time. I devote my entire self to my business. And, honestly, what could be more fun than bridal? The experience is definitely a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and I had such a good time. I'm so excited to watch the premiere on the 24th. I mean, I'm a little nervous. I don't even remember what I said half the time, so even as the commercials come out, I'm like, oh my God. I'm just really excited to see where it goes from here and just where it takes my line, and I'm even more driven now to just get out there in the public eye, really make a difference with this publicity that I've been given.